Hello everyone, I am Dr. Arun Sharma. In this video, I will explain about Rutherford's nuclear model of atom and its drawbacks. Rutherford's experiment, that is also known as alpha particle scattering experiment. Here the experimental setup for the particle scattering experiment is shown here. One is the lead shield, which is the source of alpha particles from where the beam of unidirectional alpha particles strike on the surface of gold foil. After striking, alpha particles were scattered and the particles were strike on the fluorescent screen, which is in a curve shape. Most of the alpha particles pass through the gold foil is undeflected. A small fraction of alpha particles was deflected by small angles, and a very few alpha particles, around 1 particle into 20,000, bounced back, that is, were deflected by nearly 180-degree angle. So we can state that by the Rutherford's experiment, he had observed that alpha particles were scattered from the gold foil, but the number of alpha particles are scattered from the gold foil are very less, and most of the alpha particles remain unscattered. What are the conclusions? Rutherford stated that most of the space in the atom is empty, as most of the alpha particles pass through the foil that are undeflected. So the reason for the unscattering of alpha particles is that most of the area of atom is vacant. So the alpha particles are smaller in size, so they can pass easily. Some of the alpha particles are deflected because, as we know, that the alpha particles are positively charged radiation, and the nucleus having protons that are also positively charged. So due to this repulsion between the same charges, so the deflection takes place. The atom contains a positively charged nucleus. This is the reason for the scattering of alpha particles, because of the electrostatic repulsion. So these are the gold atoms, which are shown by the yellow color spheres, large in size, and the dark yellow color small alpha particles are at the left hand side, which are passing through the gold foil, at which the gold atoms are present, and the nucleus of the gold atom is positively charged. As we all know that the nucleus of every atom is positively charged because of the protons, and neutrons are chargeless particles, so the nucleus is always positively charged, and the deflection and scattering takes place, and this phenomena was observed at the fluorescent screen. The radius of the atom is about 10 to the power minus 10 meter, that is, we can say 1 angstrom, while that of the nucleus, it is about 10 to the power minus 15 meters. It means that if a cricket ball represents a nucleus, then the radius of the atom would be about 5 kilometers. So this is the difference. If you consider the nucleus as a cricket ball, so the radius of the atom would be about 5 kilometers. So 5 kilometers is very large as compared to the size of the nucleus. Nucleus is surrounded by the electrons that move around the nucleus with a very high speed in circular paths called orbits. So it is known that the electrons were revolving around the nucleus, and they have some specific path these circular paths are called orbits. Electrons and the nucleus are held together by electrostatic force of attraction, because electrons are negatively charged and the nucleus having protons are positively charged. So due to this electrostatic attraction, atom is stable. What are the main drawbacks of the Rutherford nuclear model? Rutherford nuclear model of an atom is just like a small scale solar system, with the nucleus playing the role of the massive sun and the electrons being similar to the lighter planets. When classical mechanics is applied to the solar system, it shows that the planets describe well defined orbits around the sun. The gravitational force between the planets is applied, which depends upon the distance between the planets, or distance between the sun and the planet, and the mass and their masses respectively. So this is the formula for the gravitational force, that is equal to g m1 m2 upon r square. The theory also calculate precisely the planet's orbits, and these are in agreement with the experimental measurements. The similarity between the solar system and nuclear model suggests that electrons should move around the nucleus in well-defined orbits. Further, the Coulomb force, that is k q1 q2 upon r square, where in case of atom q1 and q2 are the charge of the nucleus and electron respectively, and r is the distance between the nucleus and the electron, and k is the proportionality constant. So this is the mathematical expression similarly to the gravitational force as the electrostatic force. However, when a body is moving in an orbit, it undergoes acceleration even if it is moving with a constant speed in an orbit because of changing direction. So an electron in the nuclear model describing planet-like orbits is under acceleration. According to the electromagnetic theory of Maxwell, charged particles when accelerated should emit electromagnetic radiation. But as we know that this feature does not exist for planets since they are uncharged. Therefore, an electron in an orbit will emit radiation, and the energy carried by the radiation comes from electronic motion. The orbit will thus continue to shrink, and the calculations showed that it should take an electron only 10 to the power minus 8 seconds to spiral into the nucleus. But this does not happen. Thus, the Rutherford model cannot explain the stability of an atom. If the motion of an electron is described on the basis of the classical mechanics and electromagnetic theory, one may ask that since the motion of electrons in the orbits is leading to the instability of the atom, then why not consider electrons as stationary around the nucleus? If the electrons were stationary, electrostatic attraction between the dense nucleus and the electrons would pull the electrons toward the nucleus to form a miniature version of Thomson's model of atom. So these are the serious drawbacks of the Rutherford model, and that's why this model is not successful. So these are the two reasons which I briefly explained here. Rutherford model cannot explain the stability of an atom, and this is the spiral motion of the negatively charged electron. It will fall into the nucleus, so the stability of the atom is not possible according to this model. And the Rutherford model says nothing about the distribution of the electrons around the nucleus in the orbits and the energies of the electrons. Please subscribe this channel for more videos. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.